Hello, good afternoon, everybody. How are you all? Limitless CEOs. For those of you new to my world, hello, I am Ali Mortimer. I am a mind master, a master manifester. I am a lover of all things vibration and energetics, and that is what I bring into the Limitless CEO platform. I'm all about the business energetics that supports your business strategy, which is what M brings to the table. I am here to help you turn yourself on and be that magnet for everything that you desire to come into your business, whether that be clients, whether that be money, whether that be opportunities. That is what I'm here to help you do, is to use these elements of business energetics to light yourself up to become that absolute magnet. So this is the series, Free Your Mind. And actually, do you know what? This is going to be the last in the series of the Free Your Mind series. I'm going to be starting something new as of next week. But today, what are we talking about? We're talking about freeing your mind from the belief that you cannot change, the belief that you have to stay the same, the belief that you can't change as a person, that you can't change as a business, that you cannot evolve and grow and develop and learn new things and bring that into your business and all of those wonderful things. Now, as you know, Em will talk to you about brand. Her series on a Tuesday, Be Your Own Brand. I think that's what it's called. It is called that, isn't it? Be Your Own Brand. She does that on a Tuesdays, and she talks to you about building a brand that can hold all of you. Every dynamic and facet of you, you can bring that into your brand. It's not your business, but you can create a brand that holds all of you. And I think this is really important. And when I look back over the chapters of my life, my brand has changed. And it's changed as I have grown, as I have developed, as I've got new interests, as I've got new passions, as I've got a new purpose. And I have allowed myself to really, really change. So I really wanted to talk to this belief that you have to stay the same. You can, if you desire to. It's absolutely fine. Whatever you believe is true, right? So you can believe that you can change, and it's okay to change, and you're not going to confuse everybody, and you're not going to worry everybody. So I wanted to bring that to the table for you today, to help you with that in your mind and to reframe it from a different point of view. So if you believe that you have to stay the same, that your business has to stay the same, that your products have to stay the same, that can make you feel like you're a bit stuck. And if you do feel like you're a bit stuck, this could be one of the things that is making you feel that way. And if you're feeling frustrated that you can't change, or frustrated that you can't bring everything to the table, hello, Manny Jens, yes, you can. You can feel this. And if you're bored, manifesting generators as well, this is another very good reason for you to allow yourself to evolve within your brand. So I'm going to tell you a story. You know, I'm all about the storytelling in my line 3-6. That's how I love to share and how I love to educate and talk to you about what I know to be true. So let's wind back, shall we? Let's wind back to 2019. I had been in business with my own personal brand called Heal Yourself Happy. Hello to all of those of you who are still here following me. Back in 2018, I started my own brand, Heal Yourself Happy. By the end of 2019, I'd met Em, and I was like, my husband had said to me, Ali, you're brilliant at what you do. You love what you do, and I love that you love what you do. But sweetheart, you need to earn a little bit of money. Otherwise, you're devaluing yourself, and we need it for the finances of our home. So I was like, okay. So I went and spoke to Em, and we planned out a whole year, because I was working with Em for the whole of 2020. We planned out a whole plan of what I was going to be doing in order to launch my private coaching and to launch my group programs over 2020. And we had a beautiful plan in January 2020, but what happened in March 2020? Does anyone remember that time? Yes, we went into lockdown. The whole world shut down due to a pandemic, and we had to rip up the rule book. We had to change. I had to change in the way in which I delivered my programs, my services, my offering. I used to have people in here, and this was my practice room. I used to welcome clients from all around the North Yorkshire region to come in and sit with me and do the work. I had to change that. I had to go fully online. My group programs, again, I used to do it in our dining room. I had to change and put it all online. We had to completely rip up everything that I was doing and do it in a very, very different way. And through that year of 2020 and then ongoing into 2021, I changed the way in which I did things, but also the methods, the tools, the tips, the changes. I was learning so much about myself. My chapters in my life was evolving all the time. I'm always growing. I'm a sponge for books. You can probably see I love books. I love reading. I'm doing programs all the time, and I allowed myself to learn. And when I felt ready, I brought those into what I did, into my brand, and my methodologies changed. I had the Heal Yourself Happy Academy. It then went into the happiness principles. I've talked about that before. And then in 2021, my business started to grow incredibly. Actually, it was 2020. So I started working with Em at the beginning of the year. And then by the end of the year, I had this, I proved my husband wrong. I started to earn a really good, consistent, stable income from the middle of 2020. By the end of 2020, I had my first 5-figure month. And in 2021, I was earning consistent 5-figure months. So at the end of 2021, or it was the summer of 2021, when I said, you know what? I no longer feel aligned to do Heal Yourself Happy anymore. Em and I are going into business. We're going to run a webinar. We're going to start a business. And in 2021, in August, we started the Limitless CEO. I evolved. I changed. I created a new brand. And I closed down Heal Yourself Happy in the October of 2021. And I brought everything that I'd learned and I merged it with Em's business architecture, and we created the aligned business architecture. So I kept changing, I kept evolving. But do you know what? What have I learned through this? Is that we can fear. Our minds, especially our logical brain, doesn't necessarily like change because it doesn't like uncertainty. It likes to know. It loves a plan and it likes to know all of these things. We also worry, our minds, if I'm speaking from experience as well, our minds can often fear looking silly, inconsistent, flaky. If we change too much, right? We worry about that. Will people keep up, especially you managers? You know, will they be able to understand what I'm talking about? So, but this is what I know to be true. And I've circled it and I've highlighted it in my notes because I really want to impress this on you today. Is that one consistent thing that you've seen me as since 2018, since starting as my first coaching business, all the way through, is the consistency of me. I am the consistent thing. I am the consistent. The other piece that is consistent is that my development, my continual changing, my God, I change as much as I change the color of my hair and my hairstyle. Like I change my clothes and my top. I'm always going to be changing. And it's this willingness to embrace the change to me that creates this consistency. The ability to adapt, the ability to change. What do they say? The survival of the fittest are those who are able to adapt to everything that's going on around us, whatever's going on. You know, we have recognized, Em and I are both very, very clear of what the things that we were doing in 2020 to grow our business, my business, her business individually, then what we did in 2021 to launch a business is very, very different to what we're doing in 2023. We're no longer in a pandemic. So we have to change how we do things. We have to change who we are and how our energy is behind it. You know, my life has changed considerably in the last 5 years. We're no longer in lockdown. I've got teenagers. I have to manage teenagers. I'm older. I'm wiser. I have different energy levels. I've got incredibly different desires as well. So we're always changing. We're always evolving. But the one true constant is me. I'm consistently changing, consistently evolving. And one of the things that I want to say as well is the people who started to watch me when I started my business in 2018, a lot of them are still the same people who are watching me today. And thank you for staying with me on my journey. You know, they are the same people who listened. They are the same people who watched. They're the same people who learned through all of my free and live trainings. They are still the same women who come and worked with me then. And some of them still work with me now. They worked on healing in 2018, 2019, and now they're working on growing their businesses through the magnetism, through the business energetics I now teach. And I believe as a coach, it's so important for me to continue to learn, to continue to read all of these books, to continue to keep evolving and changing, because it gives you permission to do the same. So as you watch me change and grow and evolve, this is giving you the permission to evolve and grow and change. And then you can put that into all of the amazing strategic wheels that Em brings you as well. So what am I changing right now? I said to you right at the beginning of this session that I'm actually, this Free Your Mind is the last in the series of the Free Your Mind process. And that's because I am evolving again. I am evolving within the brand of the Limitless CEO. I'm getting much, much clearer on who it is I want to work with, who I want to serve, how I want to help them, how I help them, and what I want to help them with. I'm much, much clearer on what I do, who I am, and how I do it. And it gets clearer and clearer all the time. So when you come into the Limitless CEO brand, you'll see Em, and she talks to you very much about the business strategy. She will answer you the question, how? How do I build a business online? How do I scale my business? How do I earn money? Because those are the questions that I asked her when I first came in. How, Em? Teach me how. What do you do? What do I need to do in order to grow my business, to start a business? How do I earn money? How do I generate an income that's going to support me financially? How do I generate a consistent income that I can rely on? And that is what she taught me. That's what she teaches us. That's what she does within our business. She does the strategy. And what do? As I said to you at the beginning, I am the business energetics. Em shared her business architecture with many people through her previous business. But I was the one who literally blew it out of the water, who had the biggest success. And when we sat down and asked, how did you do? What were you doing differently? It brought it back to me, but it was because I was filling and fueling everything that I was doing, that she told me to do, advised me to do. I was doing it with this energy of magnetism, of passion, of love. I was literally lit up. I still am lit up by the work that I do, and help and serve. This is what fuels me. And this is what I would love to share with you, is how do you fuel you? This is the business energetics. And initially it started when we wrote the Aligned Business Architecture. I said it's the energy wheels on the middle that turn you on, that makes you magnetic, and everything that you do in the business strategy, it will amplify it. It's not just 1 + 1, it's 1 + 1 equals like 10 million if you get this right. What you do, who you are when you are doing it, will magnify and attract everything that you want. Those clients, the opportunities, the money, whatever it is that you want, you will attract it if you've got this level of intense energy flowing through everything that you do in terms of your business strategy. And I initially started as just open circles. I said, Em, I'm not entirely sure what they are. I actually think everybody's got a different set of wheels, energetic wheels, and I work with them to understand what turns them on individually. And then I started working with more people on business energetics, and I started to group them into different areas. And I was like, these are common themes, common threads, exactly like I did at Heal Yourself Happy. Understanding my methodology was common themes, common threads, common discussions that I was having with everybody. Oh no, that's really unhelpful. Hold on 1 second. Oh. Hold with me. There's somebody at the door. We had some serious winds the other day, and that was a delivery of a replacement cover. Where was I? So these wheels, I started to understand through the conversations that I was having with clients that some of these wheels had common themes and common threads, and they started off then being our first aligned business architecture with aligned business energetics called out. So it was about understanding your success criteria, your fear, your belief, your trust, what else did I say? Your power and your human design. Those are what I put in the 6 business energetics for everybody, and I worked on them. And those are the conversations that we had. If you had those wheels all lit up by understanding all of that, you were magnetic. I've evolved again. I've been working on it in the last couple of months and thinking about, right, I feel that it calls for an evolution. I'm getting much clearer again, the conversations that I'm having. And so they are changing again. And those 6 wheels, I was asking, what is it that people really truly come to me for? This business energetics is really all about turning themselves on so that they become magnetic. So what is it? What is it that makes you magnetic? And these 6 wheels are now 6 new wheels. An adaptation of the previous one, an evolution, an up level. The M is for mind mastery, understanding your thoughts and beliefs and the impact it has on your behaviors and your actions and what you do. A, attraction. We don't chase, we don't force, we don't push, we attract. It's understanding how your frequency is attracting everything that you need to you, clients, people, money, anything that you want. It's all about the law of attraction. I bring that into those conversations. The G of magnet is all about getting ready for success. If you are in this energy, you expect. When you expect and you get ready for what you expect, it It has no other opportunity other than to actually happen. So we get ready. It's the decision, it's the deciding, it's the declaring, and then the going for it. It's this energy that is going to make you magnetic and draw everything to you. The N, next level belief, quite possibly one of the hardest areas that people work on, the belief in yourself, the belief in you, that you are amazing, that you do have magic, that you do have skills, that there are people out there who are looking for you and your skills and what you do in the world. That belief, the belief in you, the belief in your clients, the belief in your industry, the belief in your programs, your services, your offers. This is where we need to get rock solid. Self-belief, next level belief. E, your energetic blueprint. To me, this is probably one of the fundamentals in business. If you do not know yet your human design, please go and find out. Please come into my inbox and ask me. Human design changed everything for me, not only in the way I do business, but the way I live my life. The way Em and I are in our partnerships, the way I am with my children, my husband, my clients. It helps me understand them and how they can show up in the world in their fullest potential using their human design, their energetic blueprint. And then finally, the trust piece. The trust and faith. A little bit like belief, probably one of the hardest things for people to master. The trust that everything is happening for you, not to you. The trust that everything is unfolding just as it should do. I've just been on the phone to my bestie and we were talking about it. It is this beautiful unfolding that everything is perfect just as it is now. You want it all. You're impatient. You want the next bit. You want it now. But who's to say that if you got there, would it be perfect? It's about loving it now. It's trusting the journey now. It's entrusting the unfolding and working and living and breathing, and the embodiment of that trust is what is going to make you magnetic in everything that you do. So I've evolved again. I've just given you a quick rundown of those magnetic wheels. So turn yourself on using a magnet. There we go. It's easy for you to remember. I love a little bit of an acronym. And if those of you who've been watching us for a long time, you know we love an acronym. So there's a new acronym for you. Be the magnet, by really prioritizing those 6 energetic wheels that I've just taken you through. Now, while we're on the subject, we have something very exciting. Hopefully you've seen in our stories and our posts and our reels, we are launching a new 3-day series, completely free, not next week, but the week after. And it's called Plan A. Em shared an amazing stat with us this week that only 81% of coaches actually make it through their first 3 years in business. And we wanted to give back. We want to give back everything that we've learned in our collective 13 years of being a coach. I've been a coach for 5, Emma's been a coach for 8. We've had multiple successful 6-figure businesses, and we want to give back and serve you. So it is a 3-day experience on the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th of March. You can come in and join us live. You can get the replays. There's opportunities for VIP and hot seat coaching and behind the scene coaching. You can come in. All of the details are in the link in our bio. You will need to register because it's all going to be happening inside Zoom. It's not on Facebook. It's not on Instagram. It's going to be in Zoom. So you want to be in there. I will put the link. Well, the link is in our bio. Depending on where you're watching this, it'll either be in the post or it'll be in our bio. If you cannot find it, please DM me. And we're going to be going through both business strategy and we're going to go through business energetics and how all of this is going to work for you so that you can stay in business doing what you love. Because I know that that's what you want to do, and it's not easy, but it can be wonderful and you can do it. So Plan A is on the 7th, 8th and 9th. Register using the link in our bio. If you want to turn yourself on in business, if you want to be a magnet, and me talking through the magnet and recognizing that you've got some sticky points and real areas in which you need to work on, and you don't want to wait until Plan A, or you want to work on it just for you outside of a group training process, then come into my DMs. Let's have a conversation. We have opportunities for private coaching, not only with us as a duo, but also us as individuals. You can have them as immediate sessions, SOAR sessions, which are 90 minutes, or you can come into longer term containers. We have those as well. And I would love to help you work out what you need right now that's going to help you stay in business, get to your next level, turn you on, make you magnetic. So just jump into my DMs, send me a private message. Let's get you turned on. Mwah! See you next week for a new series. And you'll just have to watch out for the new branding.